Well, I'll give you a hard dose of reality. This is real. This is not a rumor or anything. It's a real story. It's printed off of the Belfast Telegraph, and I'll show the link. But this is a good scenario exactly how things can play out during a banking collapse per se. It's not going to be an all end out, all thing collapse all at once, but here we go. Bailout tax shock for Cyprus savers, right? What's going on is people with Cyprus bank accounts will lose up to 10% of their savings as the price of a 10 billion euro rescue package for the cash-strapped country from its European partners and the International Monetary Fund is put in place. It's going to be a one-time levy against people who take their money out of the bank against their savings accounts. So it's in other words, if you have so much money in there, you're going to actually be taxed upon it immediately. This is something that's going on right now. So in other words, this could be how the whole thing plays out all along. And it looks like there's some cracks in the system going on, and actually this has further repercussions. This is going to be highly interesting how this plays out. So analysts have warned that making depositors take a hit threatens to undermine investors' confidence in other weaker Eurozone economies. It might possibly lead to bank runs. This is exactly how it'll happen too. You would figure that's just a slicker idea. It's not exactly how it would happen in the 30s, but hey, if you get a bailout, this is what's going to shore up the banks. We have an immediate tax on your savings, and this is what's going on right now in Cyprus. So it's not bullshit; it's reality. So, but you realize that people run from one bank and they run from one country to another country. Then all of a sudden, the light bulb goes on. People who had silver, people who had gold, and they basically didn't get hit, did they? Because it's outside the banking system, isn't it? Right? They have no actual number that they can assign and look up and say, hey, you have this much in a bank, right? So that's how it probably will play out. It's not going to happen overnight, but this looks like there's some cracks in the system for real going on here. I don't want to over-dramatize it, but this looks like something unusual for a change, and not something that's just a rumor that something might happen next year or the year after. So people with less than 100,000 euros in their Cypriotic bank accounts will have to pay a one-time tax of 6.75%, and those with more will lose 9.9%, almost 10%. So this is real, and Russian citizens are estimated to have at least 20 billion euro in deposits in Cyprus, and Cypriotic banks are already implementing measures to make sure that depositors cannot withdraw money to shrink the tax basis. So you leave your money in there, and you make sure you get that full 9.9% tax. How's that? So there's another reason for having silver and gold. And this is not some rumor. This is not something that may happen. This is something that is happening right now. And this, I don't know, it could be the beginning of the end. Who the hell knows? I think when things come apart and they start falling apart, just from my gut instinct, you're going to see cracks in the system, then all of a sudden a big washout. So, once Europe goes down and stuff, maybe you'll see more problems in the United States. Who knows? But that's just an example. They could do anything. In a crisis, you got money in a bank, they know what the number is, they could tax it there immediately. You got it outside the system, they don't know. That's the smart way.